Hello, San Juan Hills Class of 2020. I'm Dr. Mahinderkar, the new principal at San Juan Hills High School. Although we've never met, I'm so thankful for the time that you spent here at San Juan Hills. I'm honored to recognize the legacy that you've left behind here, and I do promise that we'll move forward with everything you've built here at San Juan Hills and take it to greater heights. We're so proud of everything you accomplish. Although you deserve so much more, and so much has been taken away from you during this health crisis, we know you're going to move forward boldly and do amazing things in your future. So once again, as our current principal, thank you so much. We celebrate you. We are appreciative of you. I'd like to now turn it over to a principal you're familiar with, Miss Jennifer Smalley.
Trustee Reardon, parents, staff, and most importantly, the graduates of San Juan Hills High School Class of 2020, welcome to your official graduation in July, which is a first for all of us today. San Juan Hills High School's graduating class of 2020 is one that experienced many firsts throughout their 4 years. And because of these groundbreaking moments, they not only left their legacy for future stallions, but most importantly, they all demonstrated time and time again their dedication, resilience, and passion for our school and community. This graduating class is one to be recognized. As juniors, they were one of the first classes in years, maybe even a decade, to challenge the seniors before them and won the ultimate trophy and title as winners of the Clash of Classes. This dedication and passion to support our school carried over into many other areas. The Principal Smalley Instagram had its first viral post from this class when marching band member Alex White went crazy on his trumpet in front of the Stallion Stampede football cheering section. We saw for the first time our school newspaper, under the leadership of Riley Goodfellow and Grace Aitken, publish their editions in both English and Spanish, and we all watched our virtual enterprise business team, led by Jaden Bryan, Emily Whale, and Victor Holberg, earn the highest honor in the country by winning the Social Impact Award for their company, Sole Purpose. I knew last fall this class was going to continue this legacy of being the first. As I reflect on this graduating class, I'm reminded of the many firsts you accomplished as seniors. We cheered on Joey Hobert and Tyler Wegas as they led our Stallion football team to our first ever CIF football championship. The class of 2020 had the school's first Construction Out theme night, and we participated in our first Battle of the Bell football game against Tesoro, where your ASB president, Taylor Schwalbe, stormed the Titans field, proudly waving the San Juan Hills flag. This senior class introduced a cheer and song program with the largest roster in the school's history and included the first male member, Zach Rothman, which was a first for the entire county. Seniors Cassie Newman and Max Miller are just a few of our talented athletes who strengthened their teams and set records. Our girls basketball and our girls water polo teams both won back-to-back league championships this year, another first for San Juan Hills. We honored leaders in the class of 2020, such as Ashlyn Matthews for her passion in utilizing 3D printers to make prosthetic limbs for children in need. We celebrated Cameron Newman and Jessica Tonai for their All-State Honor Choir accolades. We congratulated the talented seniors in the performing arts programs for their award-winning work in Newsies. Our Avid senior class, for the first time in school history, received the most A to G college acceptances and earned about $500,000 in college tuition scholarships. Through the leadership of our Stallion of the Year, Jeffrey Tobar, many of these graduates were members of the Bridges and Durha programs, which hosted our school's first ever Unity Week, an effort to work towards making our school more inclusive and equitable for all. Due to the class of 2020's hard work as juniors, our school ranked the highest we ever have and again was named one of the top 100 schools by U.S. News and World Rankings. San Juan Hills High School finished first out of all the Capistrano Unified High Schools, and because of their hard work, our school is one of the top 10 public high schools in Orange County. To say this class experienced some unorthodox firsts is an understatement. We can all attest that the last few months leading up to this day only proved what I and everybody else already knew, The class of 2020 is composed of young adults who showed how to overcome difficult first experiences, such as a global pandemic that interrupted their spring semester of their senior year. Thank you, seniors, for using your last few months at San Juan Hills High School to lead all of your peers and remind us all how to work through those challenging firsts. You have truly embodied what it means to ride for the brand, finishing off a memorable year with grace. And with a first ever senior parade through downtown San Juan Capistrano, hopefully being the first class to start this as a new tradition. To the graduating seniors, thank you for all of these firsts. And remember, you will always and forever be a stallion. And now I'm pleased to introduce our first commencement speaker, 2020 Scholar of Scholars, Ian Fu.
In the time during quarantine that I was not missing my uncle, Mr. Baker, I realized that we are a class of many firsts, and for that matter, many lasts. We were the first and last class to have Mrs. Smalley as our principal. We were the last class to be gifted by Mr. Tinker. We quite possibly could be the last class to ever have to take the SATs or ACTs. The first started freshman year when we stepped into a whole new world, high school. It was the school's 10-year anniversary and we had a marvelous homecoming. We can't forget our wonderful mascot, Vigeli, or should I say, the Incredible Hulk. This was really the first time we got to feel together as a class as we faced collective humiliation for our lack of spirit. This was also the year everyone was introduced to their favorite author and poet, William Shakespeare. Love him or hate him, to this day, most of us probably still don't understand half of what he says, although SparkNotes and Schmoop certainly helped. Next came sophomore year. This was the year we felt like we were so cool since we were no longer freshmen, yet we still kinda sucked. If freshman year was easy, sophomore year was where things actually got pretty tough. At least for me, I can attribute that to being the guinea pig for the new, wonderful class that was Honors English 2. How fun that was. In addition, many of us had AP Euro. Looking back on it, it is easily one of my favorite classes, but I will admit, I was genuinely scared of Mr. Spears, which is funny looking back because he is a bundle of Irish joy. Junior year was the year of acronyms. GPA, SAT, ACT, SBAC, and many more. Most of us were probably consumed with these types of things the whole entire year. But for me at least, the highlight of the year was Clash of the Classes. Freshman year was an embarrassment. Sophomore year, we had a great video, but we were robbed of second place. However, junior year was where things really started to come together. We became the first non-senior class to win the championship in a very long time. Not only was our Spirit Week amazing, I think our video was probably the best Clash of the Classes video ever made, although I am a little biased in that department. I mean, most of us probably still remember most of the lyrics. This brings us to senior year, supposedly the best year of high school, and for a while, it was. The class of 2020 was on a roll in almost all areas. We absolutely killed it in our sports. We led almost every sports team at the school to league and CIF victories, and including our school's first football CIF championship. All seemed so well, yet despite our 2020 vision, we didn't see COVID coming. This completely changed our way of life and forced us to adapt and learn. I know for a fact many of us learned that loot mail existed when they tried to email the teachers to see what minimal amount of work they could do and still pass a class. Senior Ditch Day brought on a whole new meaning. Senior Ditch Day. We didn't come to school for 3 months. And forget about a graduation, we had a parade for us, all through San Juan, where we got to celebrate with friends and family. We had cars and trucks decorated with signs and balloons with students hanging out the windows flexing their caps and gowns. Although it may have violated some safety concerns, it was another example of how we created our own new traditions. Also, I do have to say, we definitely would have won Clash of the Classes again this year. We made the best of the toughest situation that any class has ever faced through our innovation and creativity. In the future, I'm sure we will be faced with many new situations, but I know with certainty that the class of 2020 will be able to adapt and thrive. RFTB.
Thank you, Ian. Please welcome our next speaker, Kirsten Beamer.
Hi, fellow graduates. Who would have known that San Juan Hills High School's class of 2020 would have to endure so many life-changing events happening all over the world just in the last couple months of our senior year? Though change may be intimidating, our generation is embracing it with open arms. The classes of 2020 will forever be defined by their bravery and mark on history. I just want to say congratulations. We're finally graduating. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I know our final spring semester wasn't exactly what we expected. You're probably sad that you didn't get to attend orchestra one last time with all of your fellow musicians, or maybe you're bummed that you didn't get to finish your last varsity season of lacrosse. Were you looking forward to standing on the stage one last time and staring out at the audience as you performed Titanic? Or did you simply want to hear the bell ring one last time at 2:45 so you could join in the infamous race to the parking lot? I know we were all really looking forward to Clash of Classes, but don't forget the moment we held the trophy up high in a sea of purple, all thanks to our 2020 vision. Although our spring semester was not everything we hoped it would be, I think we can all agree that we made the best out of the situation. Everything from our individual proms thrown at home to parking lot hangouts with friends. As seniors, we all seem to be focused on everything we missed out on. But guess what? There is a light at the end of this tunnel. Whether you're going to a four-year university, a community college, or working straight out of school, we all have so much more life to live. And although all our paths may be going separate ways, the San Juan Hills High School's class of 2020 will always be remembered as the classmates who stood by one another when times got dark and the world needed our help. I also want to say thank you to the amazing one-of-a-kind staff at San Juan Hills High School. Thank you, Ms. Scherf, for giving me the best hugs when I needed them the most. Thank you, Ms. Armin, for giving your students the freedom to express themselves through art. Thank you, Mr. Hernandez, for not only teaching government, but also what it means to be in the real world. And thank you, Enrico, for keeping our campus a beautiful place to come to every day. And of course, a big thank you to all of our friends and families for helping us keep our heads high during a time of such uncertainty. We love and appreciate you. Now to my fellow graduates, I want to share this. Find the beauty in this storm because it too will pass. And when it does, there will be a rainbow full of new possibilities, new beginnings, new people, and new experiences waiting at your doorstep. And be patient, because you will find your light at the end of this tunnel. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it!
Thank you, Kirsten. Please welcome our final speaker, Joseph Sconces.
To the class of 2020, first and foremost, we must recognize that it is because of everyone's contribution that we can be here today and celebrate. So thank you all for your kindness, support, and willingness to stay all in this together. Now I'm delighted to share this occasion with all of you this evening, and truly honored to be celebrating this moment with the 2020 San Juan Hills High School graduating class, who have all just proven how capable they are of succeeding, even when faced with unprecedented change. And considering, despite all of the obstacles we had to face, that our graduating class proved time and time again what it means to ride for the brand is an outstanding accomplishment. And I'm not surprised, of course, since we have matured here at San Juan Hills with a recognition towards the values of fellowship and indiscriminate cooperation. From the beginning of our high school journey as freshmen, our class has held the respect for those around us, which brings to completion the positive message and environment of unity in acceptance, benevolence, and scholarly balance. All in all, we have instilled within us a means of self-conduct suitable for success, as our confrontations with challenges can be overcome, and our class knows how to be victorious by working proficiently with one another. But what does our ability to succeed, even when faced with unprecedented change, mean for us now as young adults looking ahead to a whole new future? It means that our respectable discipline to believe in ourselves, persevere amidst challenges, and ultimately triumph can heighten every advancement for us in attaining the goals that we strive for, as evidently we have what it takes to confront, take on, and overcome any obstacles along the way. And with that kind of potential, with that kind of strength, there is every reason to believe that each of us has a shot at making an exceptional difference in the future. And therefore, we must believe that our desire to make a difference is a precious gift. For any effort made to act upon change is the calling of today and the triumph of tomorrow. that our well-defined purpose and sincere goodwill can highlight the pathway to excellency and manifest our dreams to reality, that our contribution to the world will be entirely honorable, notable, exceptional and beautiful, a timeless tale of inspiration and a gem for motivation. Indeed, we must believe that our relentless perseverance will always take us where we want to go. So to the 2020 San Juan Hills High School graduating class, by proving how capable you are of succeeding, there's every reason to believe that each and every one of you has a remarkable opportunity to make a difference in the world, that it exists, it's possible, and it's truly attainable. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. I would like to introduce our senior class president, Brooke Montgomery, to present the senior class gift.
As senior class president, it is my honor to present this year's class gift on behalf of the class of 2020. From this day forward, all those who enter the Badlands Stadium will be met with a 6-foot-high solid granite monument with a bronze plaque. This new addition will welcome everyone to the Badlands, reinforcing San Juan Hills High School's commitment to ride for the brand. Finally, the backside of this monument will display the following statement: through adversity comes strength, through strength comes greatness. Class of 2020 strong. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you, Brooke. Trustee Reardon, on behalf of the faculty and staff, I'm proud to present to you the San Juan Hills High School graduates from the class of 2020, and I hereby certify that each of these students has successfully met the graduation requirements set forth by the State of California and the Board of Education of the Capistrano Unified School District. Seniors, the moving of your tassel from right to left symbolizes your successful completion of high school. Class of 2020, please move your tassel. And with that, they're no longer seniors. I proudly present to you the graduates of the class of 2020. Congratulations.